teaches kids with and without disabilities tolerance and acceptance, and teaches them that we all have values and gifts to give, and that everybody has things that they can contribute, that generosity is something that everybody needs, it's a value that we all have, and that everybody can give it, regardless of your ability.
We have two kids, Lily, who's 10, and Ariana, who's 8. Ariana has special needs and has been coming here every summer for the last 6 years, and has been in the inclusion program from the get-go.
She walks in here, she holds herself, the way she carries herself, it just gives her that confidence that she's part of the group, she's part of everything, and it's just nice for her to be able to go off and do things like other kids.
Here at the JCC, the confidence that it's built and given her is something that she carries with her outside the doors of the JCC, where she's able to really live a life with much more confidence and much more understanding of what's going on around in the world around her.
It's such a rich program. You know, these kids have 8 different activities happening in one day, swim twice a day. Their lives are enriched. They get to do things they never get to do any other time. They look forward to the summer. They're begging for the summer to start, for camp to start. We have a countdown calendar. When is camp starting?
I grew up in the Washington, D.C. Jewish community. I was a camper at the JCC in 1974 for a number of years, and then I returned as a counselor, and now I'm back as a parent. I think it's so important to show my son and children like my son that they're part of this community also. He's so happy and so enthusiastic to see everybody. And it's also very encouraging or very special to see the reaction that he gets from others, because it's so clear that others are seeing all those special things about Jason that his mother and I see. And for a parent, that's just very special and very heartwarming.
I have 3 children that are involved in Camp JCC's inclusion program. The 2 teenagers are inclusion counselors, and then I have a 6-year-old who's a camper in the inclusion program. I really don't know what the alternative would be. I mean, I don't see that there's a possibility to fill that spot in any of my child's lives with anything of equal quality.
It is the best program around for children with special needs. All of my experience prior to coming to the JCC was being called in by administrators who would tell me why Amanda couldn't participate in this activity or that activity. And the first summer that Amanda attended the JCC, they called me in, and I knew it was to tell me why Amanda couldn't participate in one of the camp activities, which was an overnight. I was certain that that's what it was. So, you know, with a little bit of a heavy heart, I went into the meeting, and actually what they had called me in for was to tell me that Amanda had to go on the field trip, and that they were expecting that she would go on this overnight, which was the first night ever Amanda had been away, and the first time somebody had ever called me in to tell me that what Amanda could do, and it was spectacular for us. It was a wonderful experience, and we came back year after year for more experiences and more opportunities that she grew into every year.
Final round!
The staff that we've met, it's remarkable men, young men and women that have such an empathy toward kids with differences. And it's just been very heartwarming to see the way they interact, not just with my, child with special needs, but with my typical child as well.
The staff at JCC is incredible. Every year I call Eva and Heather and I say, I don't know how you find these counselors.
I think kids being in an inclusive setting is important, because the more that kids see different things that are going on in life, the more they're able to accept others. And I don't think many other kids get this kind of exposure to the inclusion program. So to me, I think that the community should have full support for the program itself.
It really sets up the children in their lifetime so that they have this experience, and that as they grow as a person, they can grow to have this knowledge that, that person might be a little different, but he's really not. He's one of us, and we can really interact with them and not be afraid of anything that, any perceptions that they had before can just be totally shattered. And my camper has done so many things that he hasn't done before, and I was just happy to help him do that.
I can't remember any instance where my child hasn't had an interaction with staff that just wasn't completely positive and exciting for him.
Their uniqueness in every child is so cherished here. typical or non-typical, and it really is like a beautiful thing, and I haven't found that anywhere else. And kids, you literally can watch them learn. You can watch the wheels in their head turn and their perspectives change and evolve, and it's so amazing to be part of that. You can just tell a kid, you know, he's just a little bit different than you. And instead of being afraid of that, they're so open to it. That becomes just part of who they are and accepting these differences, and they'll grow up with that.
I think this program is extremely important for kids with disabilities and without disabilities because it challenges them both. The kids with disabilities, it challenges them to ask questions and to become friends with kids who they might not ever become friends with. And the kids with disabilities, it allows them to build skills and relationships with people that may not have given them a chance. It's the way that I live, and it's what I'm living for. Deep inside my heart, I've got this everlasting.
For 10 months out of the year, Amanda is a child with special needs. For 2 months out of every year, those 2 months that she's in the JCC, she is just a child.
It's incredibly important to know that we live in a community that really embraces families like ours. It's something that people in this community are really proud of, and it's something that makes me very proud to be part of this community as well.
Every day, literally, when I pick her up, she gets in the car and she says, "Hi, Mommy, I go camp tomorrow." It's like she wants to make sure she's coming back. And, you know, year after year, she just loves being here, and it means the world to us to know that this program exists.
It reflects who we want to be as a society.
There literally are thousands of mitzvahs taking place every day here at the JCC, and the JCC, through the Special Inclusion Program, is really modeling for the rest of the Jewish community and the rest of the general community about how people should care for those who have special needs. It's really amazing.
It seems like the sky's the limit here for every camper and every counselor.
It's important for the community to support the JCC and the programs it provides because it lifts us all up as a community. Everybody in this world has something to give, and they are made the way they are for a reason. It's very unique. It's a magical place.
I can see clearly